Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
You did it again.
Thank
Unbelievable. I know from talking to you guys in the past, everybody in this cast knows the privilege of working with Denis on a property like this. When you're seeing finished materials, the trailer, the poster, like, are you texting each other like, holy shit, like, this looks amazing? Like, are you, like, as stoked as the fans are?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, more so, I don't want to say more so than the first one, but this was just a labor of love, this one, and it felt like, again, the first one was an accomplished big task, but what Greg and Denis were reaching for here was, in some ways, like 5 times bigger, you know?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yes.
Yeah, because last time we hung out, we hadn't seen it.
No, it's amazing. Yeah. I will say, having seen this movie, I'm not sure about Paul as a good relationship father. I don't know if this is the guy for you, Zendaya, for Chani.
You know, I would agree with you. We got some problems.
It's got some mom issues.
Yeah.
It's got some dad issues. Mm-hmm. He's a leader, but best leader.
Mm-hmm. A little codependence.
Right?
Happening. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some big questions here.
Yeah.
There's also
not codependence. I haven't heard that yet.
Listen.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
It's also a pattern, I feel like, in Timmy's characters. I mean, a lot of them on paper seem great, but when you dig underneath the surface, like, let's assess the eligibility relationship material of these characters. Mm-hmm. Wonka. Great guy.
Right.
Sings a lot. Maybe too much?
Some people might like that.
Some people might like
know?
that in a relationship.
Constantly, though?
I don't know.
Lee in Bones and All?
Bad.
Bad news.
Bad news.
Yeah.
Bad news. Cannibalism is...
That's a
probably
deal breaker.
Yeah. I mean, Laurie on the surface in Little Women.
Laurie's probably the safest.
Yeah.
Or Elio.
Yeah. Except he's kind of committed already to a group of women. Like, it feels like he's already taken in some ways.
Who's that, Laurie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
But not in a dark way.
No. Not compared to what we just talked about.
Right.
The catch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Amazing. All right. I want to talk a little bit about the fact that, like, through these movies, dreams, prophecies, nightmares really figure strongly into it. Are you actors that have, like, recurring work-related dreams or nightmares?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. I said that quick too. Yeah, I think I process and I rehearse and I practice and I do things in my sleep. You know how people say, like, oh, let me dream on it? Yeah. I'm definitely one of those people that like, if I have a scene or if I'm learning my lines, I just need to sleep on it. I remember back when I was, dancing as a kid, I remember doing Dancing with the Stars, and I literally would go to sleep and I felt like I would be at rehearsals all night. And then by the morning, I'd be like, you know what? I got it now, because my brain was doing all the work for me.
Overnight.
I wish it would let me sleep a little bit more, but
right.
Yeah, I definitely, I relate to that.
What about you? Are you tossing and turning work-wise, or can you, like, leave it behind when you go to sleep?
I'm somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
If you asked me that yesterday or 2 days ago, I would have said not at all, and then last night,
What happened?
I can't say. Hopefully it comes through. Hopefully it comes through in March.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Mysterious and scary.
Yeah. No, nothing mysterious or scary.
Okay.
Yeah. I might play Ronald McDonald in something, and then I was
sure. Good luck with that.
Yeah, I can't. I was
Fingers
Ronald
crossed.
McDonald.
Yeah.
In my dream.
I'm still haunted, Zendaya, from, speaking of, like, nightmares and dreams, by you told me about the nightmare of Tom choking in his Spider-Man suit, right? Like, on his own vomit.
I get scared all the time. Like, what if he's working so hard that he throws up?
And then
he can't. He
chokes. Yeah.
I think about all the time. Like,
that's really true. That's very valid.
really scary.
You think about that all the time?
I do. Because I look at him like, please, I hope he never gets sick.
The still suits present their own challenges.
Yeah.
That is terrifying. That's true.
Yeah,
That is
there's
crazy.
no quick way to get it. I don't feel like everybody was just ignoring the fact that was a real issue, but yeah.
No, for 5 years I've been thinking about this.
Okay,
so
sorry
don't
about
worry.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
But still suits do they compare? I mean, there are obviously some bathroom-related challenges.
Different set of issues.
Right.
Right. I think you have to be more strategic about drinking and eating
Sure.
and potty breaks and those kind of things, because it definitely is like
Right.
quite a maneuver to get in and out of.
commitment.
But
Yeah.
it's great to look at.
Hey.
You
For the
know,
art.
for the art, it looks beautiful. I think, like, again, when we talk about amazing creatives coming together, I think I'm always so impressed by the level of detail that goes into these things, into these costumes, into hair and makeup, the set design. Like, it's really beautiful. I remember going into one of my first fittings and noticing that Chani's still suit had little, like, adornments and beads and things that felt like she's lived in it and she's made it her own and she's added her own beautiful things to it. So things like that they had already thought of before I even got there, which made me feel like she was already kind of coming to life.
Totally. I was just talking to your friends, your new co-stars in the film. I mean, it strikes me this cast is insanely musically talented in addition to being artistically, like, you know, the actor skills are obviously off the charts too, but like a lot of music talent in this group. Who's got the best taste in music? Who do you...
Easy.
Really?
Easy. Yeah, and Zendaya's knowledge goes deep.
They said you too, by the way.
Yeah.
I did. Well, listen.
That's a lot of
I got
pressure.
a little something. No, I
I just feel like you know classics.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like grandma sometimes when a song come on, you're like, what's this? And I'm like, you don't know this? But then I realize that my father is a much older man, and so I grew up listening to what he listened to. And so those got to be my baseline.
Have you ever tried to introduce her to any of your favorites?
You know what? I just sent, maybe like 2-3 months ago, Bob Dylan had this Christian phase, and I thought Darnell might be into it. I sent him a couple songs on Save, didn't get a reply.
But you really got me into Cudi.
That's true, but you were naturally
I
gonna,
knew
gonna
his
get
work,
there.
but I hadn't connected with it in the way that, but because you guys were friends.
Yeah. Man on the Moon
you
3.
introduced it more to me.
That
So
was
there you go.
yours.
Lots of nicknames for a lot of actors in this cast too, it strikes me. Do you have a favorite go-to nickname for friends or family to call you?
I feel like it's funny. I think people immediately, the first thing they do is they're like, what should I call you? And I'm like, I mean, you call me my name.
Right, go with that. Yeah.
I get that it's difficult for some people, but it is a pretty easy name to say. But I don't know, I think it actually also comes with like, as I get to know people in a sweet way, people find their own ways to call me
Do any like
different names.
tickle you in any way? Like, do you enjoy?
I think some that makes me laugh is I know that British people say Zed.
Right.
So I always find that funny because I'm like, wait, what? But so Zed is always a nice little one to hear because I'm obviously not used to it, but
Sure.
now I am.
What about? I mean, I would imagine you don't respond to like if someone screams "sweet tea" at you in the street. You're not like.
I love that.
Do you?
I love that, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I haven't heard that.
Sweetie Chencha. My Chinese nickname.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, she's.
Can you?
That's new.
Thank you.
There you go. It's growing. Dune fans, Euphoria fans, Spidey fans. Who are the most committed? Who can you tell from a mile away? Who's got the fever in their eyes, the most passion?
That is a great question.
I don't know. I think, I guess it's different because I grew up knowing Spider-Man, and Dune I was introduced through this film, and then have been introduced to the world of Dune and the fans of Dune.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I'm still playing catch up, but I do know it means so much to so many people, and I think we do feel that wanting to honor it, and respect it because it really does mean so much to people. So yeah, whereas Spider-Man was around me my whole life, this one is something new, a new world for me. So and the more you learn, you're like, oh wow, it's actually everywhere and has been everywhere my whole life. I just didn't know what I was looking at.
Timmy, can I ask you one thing about, like, I don't want to spoil anything about the end of the film, but like we get to see the trajectory of Paul, especially in like the last 20, 30 minutes of it, a different Paul than we've seen. Like, what inspired that? Like, there's like a state of zen, there's like a Keanu vibe to you almost by like the end of this film for me.
Wow. Interesting. I hadn't thought of it like that. I think it's where the character lands.
Sure.
Sort of just in a place of acceptance over his near divine responsibility. Bless you.
Something he has sneezed.
That's Frank Herbert.
Approving. The
Approving.
sneeze means he
Yeah.
approves. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Amazing work as always.
Thanks.
And I'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.
All right.
See you.
Thank
See you
you
there,
guys.
Josh.